Here at Meatballs V-Twin we supply either these early style springers for bobbers and choppers and any type of custom build, and we also have this late style front end which is based on the FX STS front end from 1988 up. With our early style springers, they're a replica of what Harley Davidson used in the mid 30s through to around about the mid 40s. They'll fit most Harley Davidsons that have a 1-inch head stem. So anything from UL, knucklehead, panhead, shovelhead, right up to the current model bikes, you can run one of these front ends because they've all got the 1-inch head stem. If you want to run them on things like early Sportsters, Ironhead Sportsters, you can do so by the use of using a bearing cup conversion kit that we keep in stock. You can also run them on XS 650s. That's been done a number of times, and we keep a conversion kit to run it on an XS 650. Early Triumphs, no problems there. You can run them on a 500 or 650 early Triumph, once again with the use of a bearing cup kit. Yeah, there's really no limit to it. Guys have put them on Japanese bikes. It's just whatever you can imagine yourself. Early style springers, it's either just straight chrome, full chrome all the way through, or black with chrome springs and chrome rockers or black rockers. We have them in 5 different lengths. This one here is a 22-inch, and how we actually measure them, we measure them if you put a tape measure directly under the head stem and measure to the center of the axle. That's where we get the length from. For on this 22-incher, that's measuring from here to the center of the axle. So we start off, we have an 18-inch front end, which we call a knuckle dragger. That's our knuckle dragger series, the short one. Then we go to a 20-inch, to this one, which is a 22-inch. Then we go to a 24-inch, and then a 26-inch is the longest one. And they're all available in either chrome or the black powder coat finish. We've got you covered with spare parts as well. We keep every single component of these forks in stock at all times. So if you're misfortunate enough to damage it, like if you scratch a rocker or damage a nut or damage a spring or something like that in an accident, or one of the fork legs, we've got those in stock at all times, so we've got you covered there. Most of the components from these replica front ends will also fit the genuine Harley Davidson front ends. So if you're restoring an old Harley Davidson front end and need a set of springs or a set of rocker plates, we've got them here to help you out as well. We've got a number of accessories that can be used on them. Probably the most important thing you're going to need to know is what top clamp can you run, because that's where you're going to mount your bars or however you're going to tackle it in that area. We've got a number of different options. We've got the Flanders top clamp, well, Flanders style top clamp I should call it. Most guys will be familiar with this, but not everyone. But this is the type of top clamp you use on the front end if you want to run dog bone risers. They just simply slip straight over the top of the front end here. Top nut goes on. We've got chrome plated screw and plugs that go into here. You mount your dog bones on these ears here and job's done. We have these OEM style top clamps. A lot of guys use these. They make their own handlebars, so you can bend up whatever handlebar you need just simply out of 1-inch tube. Ends are hollow. It's really easy to make your own bars. You can just go with whatever bend you want. Simply slide it into the 1-inch hole, TIG weld around them, job's done. Once again, they just slide straight on the top here. Bars are mounted, perfect, you're ready to go. Other options, this is probably the most common option most guys go for, because a lot of guys already own risers and things like that they want to use. So we have a custom top clamp. We have these in either chrome or powder coated black. Real easy to use. Your top clamp goes on, mounts about flush there. Then these riser adapters go straight in the top of the forks. They just screw into there. What you end up is with a 1/2-inch UNC thread sticking out at the top, which suits most risers. Other options we have for handlebars, we've got these replicas of the early Speedster bars. These are a really nice bend, nice and low. That's what a lot of guys like about them, because they're so low. Beautiful bend, really comfortable to ride with. These are set up for internal throttle and internal advance and retard. We also have these bars in just a straight 1-inch bar, so you can run just your later style hand controls on them. Really easy to fit, just the same as the top clamps. Straight on, top nut on, job's done. We supply them in raw only at this stage, and that's mainly because a lot of guys do change things, like to drill an extra hole here or there. Simple, you just buy them, either paint them or get them powder coated and you're ready to go. When it comes to brakes, there's a hell of a lot of options out there. These early style springers, they're set up like they were from the Harley-Davidson factory. Left-hand mounted brake stay lug. So if you want to run an early drum brake, you can. You'll run it off this. Your brake stay arm will come off this lug. If you want to run disc brakes, same deal again. You can run your disc brake and your caliper brake stay arm will once again mount to this same lug here. When you're talking about brakes, as I said, there's plenty of options. What we keep in stock though, what we've found is the best, we keep Performance Machine specific caliper kits in stock. So with these, we recommend just a 2-piston caliper. It's probably not advisable to go like a 6-pot caliper on here and you're over braking for a Springer front end. We also keep hard body products in stock too, so you can use a hard body caliper kit, once again mounted on the left-hand side. With these early style ones, you're always going to be mounting on the left side like they did at the factory. A lot of guys, if they're building a show bike, like to have twin discs. We have had customers put twin discs on these front ends before. Takes a little bit of extra effort and we'd have to sell you an extra lug to mount on the right side, but that means re-chroming or re-powder coating the front end. But once again, it can be done. Basically, the front ends are made out of a steel tube. Rear legs all tapered. A real lot of work has to go into getting that taper in the leg, but probably the most important thing about the manufacturing side of these Springer front ends is this rear leg is all one piece, which is really important. There are cheaper front ends around where they actually butt join the lower leg to the upper leg in this triple tree here, and it's a area prone to fail in that case. These are all one leg. We've never had a failure. This is the one-piece leg. Top and bottom triple clamps are cast steel, made really nice. You can see what a lovely fit it is in there. So during the manufacturing process, they just slide that in. TIG weld around the top, TIG weld around the bottom, job's done beautiful. You can see with these other parts here, this is the spring perch to the spring leg, really nicely made, very similar setup to what we've just been speaking about there. Your spring fork leg simply goes into the perch and then it's TIG welded. This is the upper spring perch, once again, just really nice cast job, really well made.